How do you pick? Tell the difference between these stocks.
Yeah, John, thanks for having me. And, I think to your point, your conversation with Dom, I think, there's definitely a lot of new, exciting EV models set to hit the market over the next couple of years. And, the one thing that had prohibited EV adoption or wider scale EV adoption to this point is really charging infrastructure. And we do think that proliferates, over the next 10 years at about a 30% CAGR. We do see 2030, likely you'll need about 2 to 3 million public connectors, and there's likely to be another 5 million connectors deployed at home. So we do see overall significant growth ahead over the next decade in the market. And between the two stocks, we're coming out positive on ChargePoint and Blink. Two different business models. We do like ChargePoint as our top pick. They really differentiated themselves up to this point as a market leader in the US with about 60 to 70% hardware share. And the company does not monetize the driver, which essentially means they don't sell electricity to the driver as you kind of use an analogy to a typical gas station selling gasoline to customers refueling their traditional cars. So ChargePoint makes a hardware sale, and then also attached to it is their software offering, which provides some nice sticky revenue that comes at higher margin. And so we do think the company, like I said, although it's a nascent sector thus far, they've done a really nice job of taking share. And we do expect them to.
If you believe that a bunch of Teslas and maybe these Mustangs and other cars are going to sell, then shouldn't you want to play with somebody who is making money off of that customer sale?
Yeah, John, that's a good point. And so that's why we do like Blink here. We think the company is attractively positioned to capitalize on increase in utilization on charging infrastructure. Today, I think most estimates put it, or our estimates put it around 5 to 10% utilization, which likely means 1 to 2 charging sessions per day. As the growing EV fleet continues, utilization is likely to spike higher. And we do think Blink is well positioned, and they do have significant operating leverage in the business model. So it's two different business models at this point. It's an early sector, as you mentioned. It certainly remains to be seen which one will be best positioned, but we do like both for those specific reasons.
How much of this is real estate connected, or kind of like the cell tower business where you question how good are certain companies at knowing where to place these things and acquiring that location at a reasonable cost?
Yeah, John, it's a great question. It's certainly a land and expand model, right? So I think relationships with your site host, with your site partners comes into play. A lot of these companies do a lot of deep dive work on where to exactly put a charging station. For some of the slower stations, you'll see them proliferate in supermarkets, Whole Foods, Walmart, Costco, and really the utilization on that is really about changing consumer behavior. You're not necessarily going to fuel anymore, but recharging your car will ultimately become part of your background of your day-to-day scenario. Maybe you hit the gym, you charge your car while you're at the gym. Okay.
Well, I can see that possibility. Players like Costco, you think still going to be important here like they are with gas? Quickly?
Yeah, sure. Look, Costco, obviously part of their model is offering cheap gasoline. We think ultimately they could offer cheap electricity at a particularly or extremely low price to capture more foot traffic.
That would be an interesting benefit with the membership.